No one knew quite what to expect. Over the last 7 years, more pigeons than people have been inside this once thriving Nashville church. Down a dark hall, the beam of a flashlight brought into view a dramatic sanctuary, a place Andy Burton hadn't seen in nearly 60 years.
I think the last time I was here was in '66 when Granddad passed away. And I was a teenager, I was 14, so it is nice to be in here. Of course, I've seen the pictures. I can see the picture in my mind now of all the thousands of people that were in here. So we're just thankful that we're here now.
There has not been a church service in that building since 2018.
That's when the aging congregation came under control of a businessman and Bible student named Sean Mathis, who referred to Central as the parking lot church.
The Church of Christ at Central owns 2 parking lots and the lot that it has that the church building sits on. They're worth a lot of money.
They saw vulnerability. This was a church hungry for fresh blood, hungry for younger members. So it's not surprising to me that when somebody shows up who's already probably decades younger than the average age, who purports to be a successful businessman and who seems to have a plan to carry this church into the future, it's not surprising to me that that was a receptive message to an audience that was probably very worried about the future of their church at that time.
The future of this building is now partially decided. The heirs of founder A.M. Burton, led by Amy Grant and her cousin Andy Burton, settled with Sean Mathis and what became the Nashville Church of Christ. That settlement allows Mathis and his group to retain control of those parking lots and pocket 20% of whatever this property sells for. Some see problems with the agreement. Andy Burton saw no choice.
And we felt like that settling was probably the most applicable way to make this happen. I know I have family members that say the same thing, but I think it was the best way. And I think in the long run that we'll find out that and hopefully we'll find out that it is the right way.
That church property involved those 2 money-making parking lots, which we didn't have a dog in that hunt. That was a 1927 deed, which is still in the hands of some people that behaved in a very opportunistic way. And so in my view, this saga continues.
As a small group wandered through the multi-story maze, we saw black mold and decay, but evidence that at some point HVAC and electrical work had been done.
Where y'all going?
We were going to see if the pulpit is down here.
What was missing? A nearly 200-year-old pulpit with great historic and sentimental value to the Churches of Christ and other Nashville denominations.
We're hoping to do some of the same things that Granddad wanted to do in this area, because there's a real need.
Amy Grant is out touring and couldn't be there to celebrate this chapter in person. But as she's said several times now, this story is not over.
I wish some foundation with deep pockets would buy this place and rent it to the practices in Nashville that are already doing those services. Nashville is so philanthropic, and but we sure need a downtown hub. And I hope that the Attorney General is proactive, because the whole picture of how that church was able to operate and care for others, it was a built-in self-sustaining system. And now the self-sustaining part is funding someone who has no impact on downtown.